But back to these rules. So Wagner had rules, and they were culminated over a lifetime of what's the word there?
Experiences. Yes.
I don't know if experiences for sure. But I don't know. The experiences almost sound like they're positive things. Some of these things are definitely bad. Something happened to you that you had to come up with this.
I don't know if you remember this.
It.
Brandon, when we were in dive certification class, you helped me make rule number 7, I think it was.
Exactly, and it's right here. It was an epiphany. I have them. So we're going to go over the Wagner rules here.
Really? This was supposed to be about flying.
This is about flying. What are you talking about?
20% flying, 80% fucking
80%, fuckery. The fuckery of it all. So here we go. And not any particular order. Yes, they are in a particular order. And I'll go and I'll number them. The first one, for those of you listening, and I hope you're listening, because the first one is key. Is key to survival. When I first heard this via
Before
Wagner,
you read
actually, Tim.
I didn't write it. Someone else wrote it, and I bet it was you. Go ahead, continue.
So Wagner rule number 1, and again, I was trying to get these into the squadron posted somewhere. It didn't happen. Maybe one day you guys that are still there could do it. Number 1, admit nothing, deny everything, and make counter accusations. That rule will go down in infamy. I know you've heard it. You know why you've heard it, Callie? You know how many times I've said that in the squadron?
From you, yeah. It's been twisted to, I think, lie, deny, counter, accuse. It's been kind of truncated.
It has. And every time I heard that, it pisses me off. But yes, it doesn't need to be changed. It's pure.
It rhymes, but it rhymes.
It does kind of rhyme, I guess it does. It's quicker. I will give you that. Wagner rule number 2, never chase it. It will eventually come to you.
So no one else can claim that one. The first one, maybe I may have paraphrased past
somebody else's. Second one is definitely you. And Tyler, and I believe myself in many cases, I've seen Tyler in action, and it definitely worked for him. Wagner rule number 3, never buy a drink for a girl you just met at the bar. She's most likely playing you. It's gender specific, but it doesn't have to be. It can go either way in today's day and age. Now, we got to remember that these were written in stone a long time ago with a chisel.
Well, so, can I explain why I had to write these down?
Please.
Absolutely.
Because you sons of bitches would call me at 2 or 3 in the morning about once every weekend and say, "What are your rules again?" as you're vomiting in the bathroom or something. So I literally had to write them out so I could just text them or send them to them immediately instead of having to verbalize them.
We would go on the road somewhere.
You should have made business cards and kept them in your pocket.
Oh, yeah.
I should have.
You know what? That would have been great. We used to go and purposefully make sure it was like 2 o'clock in the morning where he was and call him up for these rules. It was great. Number 4, stop drinking booze at midnight. It's not going to make you any smarter, funnier, or perform better.
That's the one I get the most pushback from.
Yeah. I have to agree.
But you're rich if you follow it.
Yes, it's true.
Yeah. No one's curing cancer after midnight.
That's right.
Right?
Hey, Tyler. Yeah, Tyler. Wagner rule number 5. Now, this one I use quite often, even now. And it might be because it's dating me. But Wagner rule number 5, shots are for rookies. Unless it's a luge or this bartender's birthday. That makes sense.
Ooh.
Shots are for rookies.
I like the exceptions.
Okay. Yeah, the exceptions came afterwards. We kind of I think they during that Australia trip is when they came.
Yes. I've modified them even since then, but that's okay.
Oh, really?
Can we discuss the modifications?
I got to update my list.
Shots are the fastest way to build up a 4-digit bar tab.
True.
Right? Like if you're not doing shots, you could pretty much live in a 3-digit home. But if you're doing shots at a party, like a pirate party or something, you're gonna get the 4 digits.
It's a wrap. It's gonna be expensive.
Yes.
Wagner rule number 6. Now this is the one that.
Whoa. Let's
What?
get to his modifications. I'd like to hear the updated.
Oh, you want to? I thought we would go through them first, or you want to go by each modification?
Well, how many?
By each one?
Yeah, let's say chronological here.
Okay. Do you have a modification for number 5? Shots are for
Read
rookies?
it again, and I'll.
Shots are for
rookies.
rookies unless it's a luge or the bartender's birthday.
No, that's the same.
That's sound, right? Okay.
Yep.
What about any of the other top
There's
4?
nothing else, huh?
Yeah, there was one of the earlier ones I modified, and I can't remember which one it was.
Never chase it; it'll always come to you.
No, that one's never modified.
Admit nothing, deny everything, make counter accusations.
No,
That's perfect.
not that one. That's solid.
never buy a drink for a girl who you just met at the bar. She's probably playing you.
That one I think I modified to say unless it's a female friend. Oh, did we get to the? Okay, now
That'd be
go back
hilarious to take all
to.
of her drinks off your tab at the end of the night. Be like, oh shit, I just read my rules and I'm so sorry, but take all of her drinks off my tab.
Yeah, you
No,
got to do
yeah.
it. Got to do it.
You have how many rules do you have there? 6 or 10?
I have 11.
Okay, 11.
shit.
Okay, perfect. Then you have
Sort of.
the last rule that
Ooh,
says modifies all of them.
Correct.
Okay, go ahead.
So Wagner rule number 6. Now this is the one that once it was said by a dive instructor.
This was a dive instructor, yes.
In Guam, we looked at each other and it was like the heavens opened up and the Almighty's light shined upon us. The man said, and we modified it for this. He said, and when you're going down there, guys, if it's too ugly or too pretty, just don't touch it. That's what he said. And we looked at each other.
The
like,
dive instructor.
that is amazing. So it modified itself to, and I think you may have changed this a little bit. If it's really ugly or really pretty, you're better off staying away from it.
Absolutely. Stick by
I will
it.
say in parentheses, you did put, if it's really ugly, parentheses, can't lock your fingers behind your back, their back. Yeah. Okay.
and of course,
Wasn't me.
this
Go
is the
back to rule
perfect
number
opportunity.
1. Wasn't me.
Well, it's the perfect opportunity to bring up rule number 3, no drinking after midnight, because that
Yes.
that slide dramatically.
I got one word, shut. Number 7, Wagner rule number 7, wear a helmet.
Simple enough.
Simple.
Okay.
Oh, by the way,
So
I have 4
euphemism for a
kids.
condom.
By the way, I have 4
4
kids,
kids.
and the last one was from a girlfriend who said she couldn't get pregnant. So there you go.
There you have it. And I think that's where that one came from.
Yeah.
Quite certain. Okay, Wagner rule number 9. Yes, you heard it correctly. If it flies, floats, or, fucks, you're better off renting. I think that's one we.
That's stolen.
Yeah.
That's stolen.
That's
And
pretty
that's
well
fine. That's
proliferated,
fine.
yeah.
Okay,
That's
so
all right.
I got to explain why I
make it
went
untrue.
past 7. I had 6. I went past 7, and I think Brandon was the one who said you can't have a weird number like that. You got to have 10, like commandments. So I'm like,
Exactly.
well, that's a normal rule, so I'm just going to throw it in there. Continue.
Correct. That rounded out the 10. It would.
Yes.
Number 10, all rules can be broken under the right circumstances. There
The
should be
right
a caveat.
circumstances used to say, if you know, not think, but know.
That's
you're
right.
going
Without
to
a
get laid.
shadow of a doubt, you're gonna. Yeah, that's. And then after 10, there's number 8. I don't know why. A hot girl bartender or a really cool guy bartender is always right, no matter.
A bartender made me add that one, and
What. Yeah,
I agreed with it.
she must have been, or he must have been really hot, huh?
Yeah.
Not that there's anything wrong with that. Oh yeah, and then there's Wagner rule number 11. If you didn't notice, 8 was moved to after 10. You've had too much. Go home. So those are the
Clever.
Wagner rules.